I think we're good. But I got video like it's supposed to be. And I just realized I'm missing my freaking audio equipment, so I'll be right back to grab my audio stuff. But other than that, like we're actually up and running with both Zoom and Twitch without any interruptions, which is good. Give me a second. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the joys of having to work with multiple devices for multiple sites. This is getting a simple yoga class set up for online. So you guys should be able to see me on Zoom, on Instagram, Zoom and Twitch. So Zoomies, let me move this camera down a little bit. Twitch, you guys are running like a generic photo view. So we're going to start off with hamstring stretch and hip openers. And I need to bring down the Zoom camera. Let's go. All right, Twisted Zoom video is going to be the ones going to be zoomed in the most. Let's go to Spotify and get the music started. And we'll be on our merry way. All right. Start off laying on your backs. And you know what? Bring your arms out to a T. Captain's arm for what works best for your body. At this point, actually shift your hips over to the left and let your knees go over to the right. If you have space, you can also move your head to the left or you can keep it to the right, whichever works best for your body. And breathe. Okay, back to center. Move your hips over to the right. Knees come to the left. Cactus or bring your arms out, whichever is best for your body. And gaze can go over the right shoulder. And breathe. And as we're now just doing a few gentle movements, getting the blood flow onto the body. Also be a good time to kind of set attention there for the day, what you want out of this practice, and pretty much what you want to just do for the rest of this week. That's a way to chill out and relax before the Super Bowl gets underway and everyone gets super happy. Alright, whenever you're ready, come back to laying flat on your back. And you also may want to get a strap if you have one nearby. And I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit better. So without further ado, grab a strap like so. Lay on your back. Foot comes up. Strap goes around the foot. Take a deep breath in. And breathe. If you don't have a strap, you can always put your hands underneath the right thigh. And breathe. And also make sure you have a little bit of a bend in your knee. It may be this much. Maybe all the way up. Depending on what's for your body. Regardless, make sure you have at least a micro bend to your knee. Some of you may have a flexibility to have your hand directly on the foot. Some of you may not, which is why a strap comes in handy. Just relax and kind of settle into the pose. Okay, whenever you're ready, hold the strap with your right arm. Let it come over to the right and up a little bit, probably close to your armpit. Don't need to go all the way to your armpit. And you also probably will be advised to actually put a slight bend in the knee and make sure you're kicking out the foot towards the wall. And most importantly, breathe. And for those of you guys who are watching the replay on YouTube, yes, I forgot to change the text on the actual screen I'm recording because I noticed it still has information related to today's leg session. So I will change that with a few minutes because I know YouTubers that are watching the recording are going to comment on it. Zoom guys, you're not seeing it. Zoom people, you're not seeing it now, but people on Twitch are seeing it. All right. Come back to center. Deep breath into the nose. And that's one of the joys of virtual classes is the fact that you will have technical difficulties happening because from me earlier, I was trying to position two cameras at once. One for Zoom and one for Twitch/YouTube. All right, take a deep breath in. Guide the leg over to the left and breathe. And make sure you keep your hips square and that your right hip doesn't hike up an excessive amount. Try to keep your right hip down to the floor as much as possible. And also flex the toes and try to come up towards the chest. And breathe. And definitely continue to flex your foot so you actually feel the muscle being stretched and not your nerve. You do not want to stretch the sciatic nerve, but you do want to stretch the muscle. So keep that in mind. Because sciatic nerve does not like to be stretched at all. That's something that a lot of us yogis learn the hard way. So yeah, don't stretch the sciatic nerve. Stretch the psoas, but not the sciatic nerve. And breathe. Okay. Bring the strap. First, start bring the right leg up to center. Hold it. Now gently bring the right leg down. Shake it up a little bit. And you probably know the difference between your right and left leg. Take a deep breath in. And out. Deep breath into the nose. And out to the mouth. Alright. Rest here for a second and get ready for the opposite side. Had to tell Twitch people that yoga class is in a session. There we go. Apologize for that. A little bit of technical difficulty. So now, bring the strap up to the opposite foot. Take a deep breath in. Stretch out the left hamstring. Once again, make sure you have a slight bend in the knee. It can be all the way down here. Or you have a slight bend in it. Depends what's best for your body. You don't want to lock the joint out no matter what. And you may even get more feedback by just having your hands grasping the upper part of the left thigh while doing this. Or you can grab the strap, whatever works best for your body, and breathe. Okay, when you're ready, let the left leg fall to the left, and breathe. Once again, flex the foot and kind of bring it in towards your chest. Keeping the right hip square and level to the floor. Breathe in into the nose and out to the nose, easing into discomfort, but not to the point of pain. Relax. You know, there's between effort and ease. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And whenever you're ready, come back to center. And at this point, go over to the right and breathe. Kicking the left foot in towards the chest. And breathe. Okay, I may have some little limited feedback through on Zoom right now because some notification went to my phone and it turned my monitor off. Gotta love Apple. Or it may be one of those weird things where it turned the monitor off with the no use being done. Who knows? Alright, whenever you're ready, come back to center. In the knee. Let go of the strap. Windshield wiper the legs from left and right. It's probably something weird where I just gotta touch my screen. Because do not disturb probably got turned on by mistake. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I love Apple. Alright. So now we're going to child's pose. We're going to feet out wide. Hands go forward above your head and breathe. We just stretched out the lower body. Now we're going to the upper body and giving it a good stretch for moving forward. And also, if you're not paying attention to today's class, now is the perfect time to do it. As you relax in child's pose and breathe. And whenever you're ready, come back to the table. Bring the right arm up. Send it to the left arm. Extend the right arm underneath the left armpit and extend the left fingertips forward in front of you. Get a nice good shoulder stretch in. And yes, I was behind one slow song because of the technical difficulties earlier in class, but it happens. Plus, I'm using an older playlist. And okay, whenever you're ready, come back to center. Send your left arm up. Throw underneath your right armpit.
Bring your right hand in front of you, over your head, and stretching out the opposite shoulder. And breathe.
Come back up to the table pose. Let the belly drop. For cow. Exhale. For cat. And also make sure your buttocks are facing forward as you do this. Then as you go from cat and cow, as you're opening and closing the jar of mayonnaise. Take a deep breath in. Drop the belly for cow. Exhale. Extend back for cat. Inhale and exhale. Flat table. Now, extend your right arm in front of you. Thumb goes up. Extend the left leg behind you as you're trying to keep the wall behind you. And breathe. Spinal rotation. Spinal balance. Also, try to make sure your arm is actually lined up properly with your body so you won't be dumping too much in your shoulder because not trying to end up with shoulder pops and shoulder snaps. Trying to help heal and strengthen the body, not destroy it. Alright? All four. Bring all fours back down to the mat. Extend the right leg in front of you. Line up your right arm to a straight. Left arm in front of you. And breathe. Spinal balance on the opposite side, also known as bird dog pose. Okay. Bring it back down. Move your hips from side to side. We're going to do it a couple more times and hold it a little bit longer. So, right arm up, left leg up, hold, and breathe. You're probably getting a little tired right now, so for 2 more breaths. Stay focused, stay strong. Don't dip, don't sag. Bring it down. Alright? Switch sides. Kick the right foot behind you. Left arm in front. Now breathe. Right back down. Move your hips from side to side. Maybe some cat cows. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna add a little twist to it. So bring your right arm up, left leg up. Now if you got the face, right arm to the side, left leg out as much as possible, and breathe. You may need to cactus one or other depending on your space, but try to extend out as far as you can. Alright, bring it down. Switch sides. So, right leg out, left arm out, left arm goes to the side, right leg goes out to the side. And breathe. Woo. Back to center. Relax. In the child's pose for a few breaths. Before we get moving again. Right now, should be warmed up from your toes, from your feet, toes, legs, hips, shoulders, arms, and ready to get moving. So whenever you're ready, go from this child's pose, scoot yourself up to a supported plank. Shoulders are straight, head is forward, gaze is ahead of you. Try to work it down so biceps facing forward, and you move backwards, move your body downwards. Now you're doing a push up. Keep your elbows in close to you, and use your arms to push yourself back up, activating the pectoral muscles. And now you're in cobra or up dog. Up dog. Legs are not, thighs are not touching the ground. Cobra, thighs touching the ground. And to begin as cobra, just put your hands close to your nipple line, elbows engaged. Just bring your chest up for cobra. So now from the cobra, take yourself back into a child's pose. Child's pose is always an option. If you feel a little frisky right now, you can now scoot up to a supported plank, or actually a full plank off your knees, engaging the core. What you're doing is bring your core, turn on your quads and your biceps a little bit to make sure everything's engaged. You probably feel your pectorals and your lats too. Primarily, you should be feeling right in your core muscles or your abdominals. Keep your hips back in front of you, or behind you, like a V shape to a down facing dog. Gaze in between your hands. Now breathe. Come down dog, gaze goes in front of you. Hop, step, or float to the top of your mat. Give the back flat and down facing, half up from a forward fold. Deep in the forward fold. Arms go overhead. Hands to heart center. Hands to side. And we'll start again. Now readjust the camera for zoomies and move it up. And I'll also get help in the chat via Twitch. The gashes are working between two platforms. Hey, Swiss Art, thanks for coming through, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So now, starting at the back of the mat. Arms go overhead. Hands start center. Switch things up. Gaze goes in front. Now we're going to work ourselves up to a downward facing dog. Gaze goes in front of you, top of the mat, up halfway, deep in the fourth fold. Now arms go straight overhead, hands to heart center, arms go overhead again. Grasp your right palm to your right wrist, your left wrist, your right hand. Gaze goes over the right shoulder and twist. Back to center, twist in opposite direction. Arms overhead, forward fold, up halfway, jumps, hop to your flank, shoulder rub it down, up dog, or cobra, in the downward facing dog. Now I gotta move this camera up. Okay. Okay. So now you go to mountain pose, hands put things up, improv because we can. Go into tree pose, so you're gonna bring your foot into your quad or your calf. I like to bring it to my calf. Hands go overhead and breathe. Bring your arms down and switch sides. You can also bring your hands to heart center, whichever is best for your body. Okay, bring it down. So we get a little bouncing act going on. Yeah, I'm working with two different cameras at once. That's the problem. Space situation. So unfortunately, you're gonna see cable and tripod around here, especially thanks to this iPhone wanting to be, especially with Apple products want to be stubborn and wants to hook in a certain way. It happens. All right. So from here, go ahead and grab a chair. Show you guys something. Once again, this is kind of an unofficial class. I just threw at the last second. So with a chair, you can also thank Apple for making the shortest cables on the man. So we're going to Amazon to get an extension cable for my iPhone. And we're going to do gentleman's pose in a chair. Give way to open the hips. For people who don't yet have the flexibility or stability, this is a good way to kind of get that pigeon motion in. Take a deep breath in and breathe. You may want to give yourself extra feedback with one hand on the thigh, close to the knee, and one near the foot. Make sure you're actively engaged in the hip. Chest is up, gaze is forward, and breathe. Okay, bring it down. So next Amazon wish list will be an extra long iPhone cable, so the cables won't be in the shot. And thanks to Apple for making everything proprietary. All right, enough ranting, more yoga. Now breathe. Send the chest up, gaze goes in front of you, and breathe. Okay, put the leg down. Check out the legs. And that pose is going to be a little bit familiar later on in class. Just saying. Alright, so now we ease ourselves back down to downward facing dog. Maybe go to child's pose first. Scoot your hips back behind you. Gaze in front of you. Top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway up. Deep in the forward fold. Arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Forward fold. Hop, jump, or float. Chaturanga or not. Or you can go straight into downward facing dog, depending on what bends for your body. Now, right leg goes up. Gaze is in front of you. Bring your right knee now to your right tricep. Back up. You may even have to come to a plank to do this. Right knee. Twist your nose. Back up. Right knee now goes to your left tricep. Back up. Bring the right leg into both hands. Gaze to the front. Arms overhead for your first crescent lunge of the day. Or maybe hands to heart center or even. Knee to the floor. It is still too early for you. And breathe. Naturally, bring your knee down. Hands come to heart center again this time. Hook your elbows over the right thigh. Gaze over the right shoulder. And breathe for the first twisted lunge of the day. Okay, from twisted lunge, back to your standard lunge. Set it hook back to a plank, chaturanga or not. Down facing dog. Left leg goes up. Send into your hands. Push modified sun salutation may. Arms overhead. Or even down your knee. Hands together, come down to your knee. Twisted lunge on the opposite side. Arms overhead again. Come back to your plank. Chaturanga down. Up dog or cobra. In the downward facing dog. And rest in the child's pose. Okay, it turns out that Apple's AV cables are complete garbage. It disconnected from my monitor again. So, cables are now officially out of the flipping video. So just a little bit of tripod is visible. Thank you, Apple, for having broken hardware. Use standard stuff from now on. Alright. Enough ratting. I'm downward facing dog. Right leg goes up again. Knee to right elbow. Back up. Knee to nose. Back up. Knee to left elbow. Back down. Because I forgot the other side. Left leg goes up. Knee to right elbow again. Back up. Knee to nose. Back up. Left elbow. Back up. Now bring your right leg up again this time. Just to even up the body. Alright. Arms to go overhead. For your lunge. Option to drop the foot or not. Now you get a twisted lunge. You got the space. And stability. And breathe. Back to center. Chaturanga or not. Up dog or cobra. Down facing dog. If you're on the left side, so left leg goes up. Knee to left elbow. Back up. Center. Back up. To the right elbow. Back up. Shoot it through. Crescent lunge on the right. Bring the knee down if you want to. Twist the lunge. Arms go back overhead. Back down to your mat. Chaturanga down. up down or cobra, and shoot yourself back in a down facing dog. Stay in down dog for a few breaths. Just checking to see comments on both Zoom and Twitch. Okay. Coming areas seem to be clear on both sides, so go back into the session. Okay, from down dog, right leg comes up, right elbow, back to center, back up, left elbow, back up, sit it through, the first press of lunge of the day. Now, twist the lunge, back up, hands from the corners of the mat, should have rug it down dog, left leg comes up, so your left elbow, knee left elbow, back up, knee to center, back up, knee to right elbow, back up, shoot it through, to a crescent warrior, arms go overhead, hands to heart, now twisted lunge on the opposite side, while lengthening the right leg, and breathe. Okay, relax, in the child pose. Okay, whenever you're ready, come up, the down facing dog, right leg goes ahead of you. Now we go into warrior two, so make sure the right foot and left foot are kind of right on top of each other. So zoomies, you can see where you want the heels to kind of go right into each other, so they go to twitch. Like you see how my palms are right now, that's how your heel should look. That's the alignment of your heels to be parallel to one another. Bend deep into that right knee. Maybe put your hands on your hips to make sure you're squared off properly. Arms up to a T. Gaze no lats, but no force them out too much. And breathe with the gaze in front of them. Hold warrior two for a few breaths. As you got even amounts of energy going from both hands. I know we're just standing here, and yes, it could be exhausted standing here, but just relax on about 3, 4, 20 more breaths. No, it's only 3 more breaths. Okay, now bring your forearm down to your thigh. Left arm goes overhead for bound warrior. Sort of angle. Left. And we'll get deeper into this practice. You can go for a bound angle if you want to. All right, come back up to your warrior two. This side's going to be much shorter because we're not going to triangle pose. You have blocks. You want to use your blocks. Feel free to grab them now. As we dip in the triangle, make sure the chest is forward. As you open up the chest while in this triangle pose. And breathe. Okay, shift the weight to your right leg. Go forward and in front of you. Left arm goes up straight for a half moon. And for half moon, you may want to bend your knee, take your foot back to your left hand, or bound half moon. Whichever decision you made, hold it and relax the pose. Once again, keeping in mind the ideal and the difference between effort and ease. And breathe. Okay. Come back down to your runner's lunge. And your runner's lunge, plant the left palm. Right arm goes overhead. For this variation of a twisted lunge. Down the twisted lunge. Come up to a side plank. Right arm overhead. Now from side plank to a regular plank. Try to work it down. Up dog or up dog. Shoot your hips back into down facing dog. Get ready to repeat on the opposite side stall. Left leg goes up, sitting into your hands. Make sure your feet are parallel to each other, your heels are parallel. 90-90. Hands and hips, make sure you're squared out properly. Arms out to a T. Gaze goes in front of you. And breathe. Three more breaths. And breathe. Okay, bring your left forearm down to your left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead for side angle on the opposite side. Send the gaze over underneath the right armpit and try to keep your back as flat as humanly possible. So no rounding of the spine. And breathe. And make sure you're engaging and working your legs. You should not be dumping into your forearms. Okay, come back up to your warrior two. Maybe adjust yourself a little bit. Gaze in front of you. Straighten the left leg. Left arm goes down to your calf, the floor, or a block. Right arm comes up. Gaze goes into your right hand for a triangle. Open up the chest and make sure you're not compressing your neck or feel any stretch of your neck or strain as you gaze to your right hand. And make sure you have like a nice clear line of energy going throughout your body. And breathe. Okay, whenever you're ready, shift the weight into your left foot. Plant your left foot down. Extend your right arm. Kick your right foot behind you. And two, half moon on the opposite side. And just like on the other side, you may even want to bend your right knee and grab your right foot with your right hand into bound half moon. Or you stay in standard half moon, whichever works best for your body. It's not a competition. You're trying to breathe and enjoy today's yoga practice. Okay, whichever version of half moon you have. Come down to a runner's lunge. Put your right hand down on the mat, right knee down. Left arm goes overhead. If you have space, you can bring up the left and right knee if you want. Now from this twisted lunge variation, move on to a side plank on the opposite leg and breathe. Always an option to kickstand one leg down by support, or you can stay in the full expression like so. Okay, come back down to a regular plank. Shadow rugged down, up dog, up dog and cobra, now press dog. So I got time to twist it and breathe. Yes, future practice for that watching. This and this are two variations of a side plank. All right. Whenever you're ready, move from downward facing dog. Right leg goes up for a three-legged dog. Go between your hands. Bisect both ankles, both heels. Come to that T for warrior two. And breathe. Good news is, I'm not going to make you guys hold it that long. So now, come down to your side angle. And you even have the option this time to play around a little bit since we're warm. For bound side angle. So, for bound side angle, bring your right hand down to the mat. Left arm behind you. Maybe get a little bit deeper on your right knee. Hands can come together or not. If it doesn't work out for you, you can always grab a strap. Get that little extra distance. Whichever works best for your body. And breathe. If your body is still saying bleep, no. Just stick to a regular side angle. Okay, from side angle, back to your warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Going down, if for a triangle once again. And from triangle, we now move on to a half moon. In half moon, you can stay as it is, or you can actually bound it. Once again, gaze goes over the left shoulder, and breathe. Then you can play around with move your hands up from the floor if you want. And breathe. And yes, that bluebird's staying in. That's what happens when you try to do balancing pose by looking at two screens at once. So I'm looking at the Zoom screen and Twitch screen at the same time. So word of advice, yogis, if you try to do balance poses, try not to look at two different things, especially two different screens moving at the same time as mirroring yourself at different frame rates. Not good. No bueno. Back to half moon. Now, back to your twisted lunge once again. Twisted lunge to a side plank with a kickstand or as is. And you may be more daring to, hey, you know what? Add a hip opener to it. From the side plank, now to a regular plank. Shadow rugged down, up dog or cobra, or just go straight into downward facing dog. One more time. Left leg goes up, send it to the hands. Warrior two. For a few breaths. Send it down to your side angle. And once again, you can bring the left hand down, scoop the right arm underneath. Gaze goes over the right shoulder, and breathe. Strap is always an option. A standard side angle is an option as well. Whatever you do, just breathe into the asana. Okay, whenever you're ready, come back to your warrior two, triangle pose. Now from triangle, shift weight to your left leg, half moon, either stand a half moon, kick in the back of your room with your right foot, or send that knee to your chest and go for the bind. Gaze goes over the right shoulder regardless. And breathe. And I'm not trying to go out on this side, not trying to do the handless version this time around because I'm feeling it from earlier today when I did legs and plus this almost in the class, and I'm already physically tired, so not doing that. Had one blooper was enough. Alright. Got the half moon. Your twisted lunge. Twisted lunge now goes to your side plank, whichever variation you want to do. Side plank, go down to regular plank. Shuttle run it down. Up dog or cobra. Now set yourself up to a down facing dog. Knees come down. Stretch it out to a child's pose. Okay, we're going to do a few variations of pyramid pose before really sitting down to end class. So a pyramid pose, bring your hips standard as so. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Into some variation of humble warrior. Grab the back of your left thigh. You should or may get more feedback by doing this. And breathe. There's different ways to get feedback to your body and engage the muscles. And if you want more sensation, you can do reverse prayer behind the back or grasp your elbows. And breathe. Either way it goes, you feel this in your hamstrings, your natural low back. Keep your back flat, gaze in front of you, and breathe, chest is up. Okay, come back to center. Switch sides. Hands come to hips. Take a deep breath in. Extend the chest out and forward. Forward fold. Fold straight legs. Once again, maybe grab your right hamstring this time. Kind of tune into it and make sure you get a good stretch in your body, a little extra feedback. Kind of, your hips know, hey, go in this direction so we're good to go. If you need more sensation, hands to the back. And breathe. Alright, now we've done all that. Come down and land down on your mat. Go to some quad stretches in. You have 2 braces, so you may want to shift your body up a little bit until your right forearm. Grab your left foot, stretching out the left quad. You'll want to stretch your quads out at the end of the workout or in the middle of a yoga session. And breathe. Also avoid doing any excessive twisting of the lower back while doing this. You feel this in your quadricep, not your lumbar spine. Okay, let it go. Switch sides.
Okay, let the foot go.
At this point, lay firmly flat on your back. Time for us to go into full slop mode and lay in postures for the rest of the day's practice. Apologize to wires. There we go. Thank you, Apple, and your super short cables. All right, so now we're gonna lay flat on our backs. Take the left ankle over the right knee. Maybe push it down a little bit and breathe. We're gonna do some recline pigeon as we cool down. Okay, whenever you're ready, switch sides. Stretch out the hips on the opposite side. And breathe. Okay, windshield wiper for the legs from side to side. Arms out to a T or cactus. Bring your knees together. Shift your hips over to the left. Knees go over to the right. Gaze goes over the left shoulder as you did at the beginning of class. You'll probably feel more like you should feel way more open than you did at the beginning. And breathe. Okay, back to center. We're going to swap the legs back and forth, left and right. Shift the hips over to the right. Send these over to the left. Gaze now goes over the right shoulder. And breathe. Okay, when they feel even on both sides, come back to center. Take a huge stretch of your hands and your feet. Take a deep breath into the nose and out to the mouth. One more time, deep breath into the nose and out to the mouth. Bring the hands down to the sides. Spread the legs open a little bit. One more time, deep breath in. Let it out. Nowhere else to go. Nothing else to do. Final relaxation pose, Savasana. If you'd like to take a Lawrence Savasana, you're more than welcome. But for those of you that already come out of Savasana, start making gentle moves throughout your body. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, move the head from side to side. Whenever you're ready, kind of bring your knees into your chest, rock a little bit, and rock over to your favorite side, in fetal position. And now from fetal position, meet at the top of your mat in seated meditation, in easy pose, hands to heart center. It's been a great honor and pleasure to practice with each and every one of you. Namaste, Shante, Shante, Shante. On accessibility, finally got this working, so send the iPhone, set the touch off so we can actually use the screen properly again. And now, see what you guys doing on Twitch. Nothing going on Twitch, so I'll end the stream now. Appreciate anyone that came through, and peace.